premise. Is every passing second history?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right, so who are you to call something no longer in you?
I'm not saying that.
Outdated.
Your definition could be superior, but just because you refer to a certain book doesn't mean that in itself is
all right, I never said it did, but who's to say, right, yeah, I can't enter a courtroom of law and administer law on my own individual merit.
Of course you can.
Well, there you go then. So it doesn't matter what just because you can't do something, you can't tell someone else they can't do it. I can go and do whatever the fuck I want, whether it works or not. Whether it works or not, is irrespective. I can do. I can give whatever fucking argument I want at any given point in my life.
Yeah, say
let me finish. All arguments, right? Yeah, are fallacious in nature, and if they weren't,
they're not.
They wouldn't.
No, they're not.
Let me finish speaking, and if they wasn't, it wouldn't be an argument. It would be an assertion.
You're a freetard.
That's false. I'm sorry. That's an invalid argument. That all.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You haven't got a choice in the matter. You haven't got a choice.
No, you haven't got a choice in the matter. You're against one man.
Okay, buddy. You've said all arguments are fallacious in nature. Okay. If I say all A's are B's, well, if I say if P then Q, P therefore Q, is that fallacious?
What the fuck are you on about, you dickhead? Right, yeah? Yes. Every conceptual. Listen, you do not know the absolute truth of everything. You're not omnipotent, right? Yeah. Only omnipotence can claim the absolute truth. Therefore, all arguments are fallacious in nature.
How do you know that?
Because how could they be otherwise? Are you omnipotent? Are you claiming you are some almighty, powerful being that knows? You said, how do I know? I know I'm not omnipotent. I certainly know you're not omnipotent. Therefore, if you are not an omnipotent being, an almighty, powerful being that knows the absolute truth of everything, stop speaking over me. It's rude, right? Yeah. If you are not an almighty, powerful being that knows the absolute truth of everything, then all arguments are fallacious in nature.
How do you know that, though?
Because how could it be otherwise? How could it be otherwise? And don't ask me to prove it. Don't ask me to prove it, because that's listen. If you ask me to prove it, that's fallacious, because you can't prove a negative.
No, I haven't said that. You just not let me.
But you said, how do I know it? Listen, you said, how do I know it? And I've told you, how could it be otherwise? Listen, right, you asked me a question and you haven't listened to the answer. You said to me, how do I know that? And my answer is, how could it be otherwise?
That's a silly answer.
No, it isn't. You give me an argument right now, because Bopolot tried and failed. Bopolot said, if I say the sky's blue, Bopolot, stop speaking over me. You've had hundreds.
I didn't fail. You failed yourself, mate. You made yourself look a cunt.
Listen, you've been speaking on about 5 different hangouts constantly about me. Why do you keep?
Yeah, you've just speaking your own argument.
Let me have 5 minutes to respond. Let me have 5 without speaking over me.
Fallacious, then you can't make a
Let me have 5 minutes response.
Silly bastard.
Why did you ban Phil, Paddock?
Right, listen.
Because he banned me because I proved that he was doing the red herring fallacy, and then he deleted my comment.
He's already done that. He's done that tonight as well.
Yeah.
And
it's like just
like him asking why I banned you as a red herring fallacy now. Him asking why I banned you. Him asking why I banned you as a red herring fallacy. But you're not picking up on that, are you? You haven't just picked up on Ash's red herring fallacy, have you?
Badder, you clearly don't know what a fallacy is.
Listen, Ash just introduced the red herring fallacy, and you didn't like to interject, did you? You didn't like to point that out either. Let me finish speaking.
What a red herring is.
Listen,
you don't understand.
You're getting owned and slapped. Listen, you're getting owned and slapped. Phil, you got banned because you chat shit. You don't know what you're on about.
I chat shit.
You chat shit.
You don't know what you're on about. You've just said that all arguments are fallacious, and then made an argument.
Listen, you don't know what you're on about. You have to take jumping swings to reach my knees. And you talk about me like you think you know something.
You see, this is why that kind of a format is not going to work. As a debate. That's not really a debate. It's just word flinging. and interjections and interruptions. A real debate. Let me just check. A real debate would entail whoever's talking to have the time. Would entail the guy having the time, without pressure, to finish his sentence, his point, his presentation, without being interrupted. And then a response follows from a delegated respondent. That's the only way that's going to work. Listen to this. It's just a fucking mess.
I'll quote one, and you've got two little drips on here thinking they know more than the author of that book.
Listen, ad hominem bullshit.
Listen, you don't know more than the author of that book.
I don't need to know more about the law.
Listen, you don't know more.
I don't care about the law. I know about
You've never written a book of law. You've never written a book of law. You don't know what you're on about. Shut your mouth.
I don't know what I'm on about, ad hominem.
You don't know what you're on about.
I don't know what I'm on about, therefore my claims are false. Is that what you're trying to say?
Your claims against me are false and just stemming
What?
from...
Because I don't know
Your claims against me are false and are stemming from a position of hatred and jealousy.
That's an ad hominem. That's not true as well.
You're jealous of my groups and my pages and people...
Your groups, my groups have got more members than you.
You're jealous of my knowledge.
Yes,
You just made.
I know, it's laughable. I don't know why. I don't know why you're filled with so much hatred. You're not smart, Phil, you're not smarter than me.
Arguments.
Phil, you're not smarter than me. You haven't exposed me. You haven't done anything.
You just said all arguments are invalid.
All you've done is embarrass yourself. All you've done is made yourself look like you're so hurt. You're so buttered. You weren't brave enough to say to this any...
Buddy, all arguments are malicious.
I had to
Did Badder say all arguments are invalid?
He said all arguments are fallacious.
Did he make an argument after that?
Yeah.
So his argument's false then?
Well, there you go.
If he's saying all arguments are invalid, and then he makes an argument, then everything he's saying is false. So he's admitting that he's false. Badder refutes himself. Wow, how clever of him.
That's impossible. You didn't have a debate. You didn't allow anybody to coherently ask the question or make the statement or respond to a question or a statement and finish. Not one sentence was finished before being interrupted. That's not a debate. Debate is moderated or self-moderated, so that the respect is there for each person who has this mic, who has the floor.
Oh, I would agree wholeheartedly. Much like last night when you asked me a question and then wouldn't let me answer it.
You wouldn't let me finish answering the question. That's the thing.
No.
And you go off and on and on and on and on. You don't stop and you don't let somebody else. Just like you're doing right now.
You would not let me answer it. So that's not a debate.
The answer that you gave was enough for me to get the fact that you gave an answer. Once you'd given me the answer,
does not matter.
Once you'd
does
given
not
me,
matter, sir. In a true debate, each
you're interrupting me.
You're interrupting me.
You're interrupting.
Would you disagree, Sydney, that in a formal debate, each person has a set amount of time to make their point?
Then why did you just interrupt me? Let me finish. The fact is that when
we're arguing. And that's what friends do, and I'm arguing with you because you did it wrong.
I don't want to argue with you.
Making all these statements.
I'm telling you that yesterday.
And you don't do it right, Sydney.
I'm telling you that yesterday when you interrupted me, after at least when you gave me an answer to when I gave you an answer to your question, and when you gave me an answer to my question, you answered my question just fine.
Sydney,
but then you went on and on and on,
just like
and
right
on
now,
and on
you stopped right in the middle of what I was doing.
And
stop.
And you wouldn't let it, you wouldn't stop, and you wouldn't let anybody, especially me, respond
to finish what it is
or
they
carry
want
on
to
and ask
say.
another question.
Thank you very much.
Very much just like you're doing right now. Now what you've done is you've just filibustered like you normally do. Jim, Christian Hillbilly. What you do is you filibuster. I ask you a question, you give me an answer, I'm satisfied with the answer, I then try and respond to your answer, and all you do is carry on blah-bitty, blah-bitty, blah, 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 and you don't let anybody else have the floor after that. Once your tonsils start wiggling and you think that you're talking like the best truth out there because you're so smart, you don't shut the fuck up. But the problem is, Jim, Christian Hillbilly, you are fucking stupid. You actually believe mythology. You believe mystical folklore. That's idiotic. That's stupid. That's
Sydney, that's not up to you to say that's wrong or right. If you're
that is absolutely,
that's what it's all about,
beyond,
is putting the information out there, letting the other person listen, letting the people who are listening listen, and make their own decision, not for you to get out there and preach your dogma, Sydney.
You're interrupting me. Now, again,
not only am I interrupting you, Sydney, I'm doing it on purpose because that's exactly what you did to me last night. How's it feel, buddy? How's it feel to try and say, I'm having a formal debate here, and now I'm going to get interrupted? You go ahead and have it.
Jim, I want you to just either talk, say something, and when somebody else is saying something, please don't talk, okay? So
Sydney, why don't you try that too? That way we can have us a debate rather than an argument. How's that?
All right. So yesterday when I asked you a question and you gave me an answer to it, you gave me a sufficient enough answer in the amount of time that it took you to give me an answer. You didn't have to go on and on and on and on, especially once I'd indicated to you that, yes, I understood the answer, I've got it. But you went on and on and on, and you wouldn't shut up, and you wouldn't let me carry on either my train of thought, a follow-up question, or a statement. You just filibustered right in there. And that was as far as we got with your filibustering. So don't start lecturing me about interrupting and about having arguments and stuff like that, because you are the one that is 100% at fault when it comes to not giving people a room to debate. You, no one else. No. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I have an idea that the other hangout's over. Yeah, I think so. So what do you say about that? Now that was no way to hold a hangout or to hold a debate.
What do I say about that? I don't say nothing because I don't listen to you, because you don't give a person a chance to finish their topic. Why should I listen to what the crap that you're saying?
Why do
you let me know when you want to have a debate, and we'll have us one. But just you interrupting me and not letting me finish what I got to say, buddy, that ain't right. You know it ain't right.
No, I don't interrupt you. When I say to you, or when I let you know that when you speak about your God, you're talking about something conceptual and not real, you get all butthurt about that, and then you call that interrupting, because I don't accept the fact that your God is nothing more than a mythological or mystical invention or concept. You really don't like people taking a position that reality is more important than mythicism, than mythology.
Sydney, I could care less what position you take. You know what? I could claim that it's pygmies on the planet Zulu, and that would make no difference whatsoever, because that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the content. We're talking about the way you structured it, the way you did it, sir. If you're going to ask somebody a question, I don't care how stupid the answer is, you let them finish if you're having a debate. And if you don't agree with that, you're too dumb to know what a debate is.
Well, that works for you too. It doesn't just only work for other people in the debate other than you. It works for you just as much as anybody else. Don't forget that.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly, sir. And if we're going to have a formal debate, that's something that needs to be agreed upon.
Yes, we are. And if we
by all people involved in the debate.
I'll get your agreement on this, and we can have a debate. If anybody has the floor, and says something to the effect of God doesn't exist, God is a figment of imagination, a concept, a Christian God, Jesus never existed, anything like that, which is the trigger for you to jump in. You must not say anything. You must keep quiet until it's your time.
Sydney,
do I have your agreement?
I have no problem with that, sir. As a matter of fact, I don't do that. No, if we're having an argument, sure, yeah, I'll be happy to jump in on something like that. But that's not what you were talking about. You were talking about you wanted to have a debate, and a debate is structure. You want structure? We'll do structure. You don't want structure? I can do that too.
It's not about structure.
Sir, you got to let me know which direction we're going, okay?
There's only one direction.
Is that all right with you?
There's only one direction.
Is that okay with you, Sydney?
There's only one direction. And that's the direction that I outlined.
No, sir, there's not only one direction, because you don't always debate. What? Yes. Oh, yes, I do. Would you let it out, and I'll be right there.
Okay.
Okay, it's just sitting.
I know, but still you're yelling.
I'm not. What I'm yelling.
He was yelling. He was yelling, Robin.
I was yelling at you, boy, because you're an atheist.
That's right. This is the way he spends his days. He yells.
Here's the deal, Sydney. Sydney, you can't debate all the time. There's conversations. Conversations are different than debate. If you want to have a debate, let's define debate. Let's structure debate, and we can go that path. My wife's fixing me dinner. I'll be back in a bit.
All right. Have a good dinner.
Always do, sir. Hey, and my wife says I'm scaring the dog and all. I just want you to know, hey, you and I can argue out the wazoo, and that still don't mean I don't consider you a friend.
What?
You and I can argue and debate about anything on the planet, and we can rate just like you did. You raise your voice, I raise my voice. That still does not mean that I do not consider you a friend. You are a friend of mine.
If you're my friend, you would share your dinner with me.
You know what? By the time it got to you, it'd be awful fuzzy.
All right, enjoy.
I'll be back in a bit.
Bloop. Well, that was the entertainment for this. I guess this segment. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here. The evening is young, the year is old, but there's still what 20. There's still 3 days to go. So stay tuned, because lots will happen, probably will happen, more than likely will happen. In fact, something will definitely happen. Whether we're here to catch it or not, well, that is what we can only wait and see, wait for. For Wednesday, December the 28th at 2:46 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is Ask an Atheist, signing off.